Tin Boache, Saint Etienne, Caleb Yirenchi, North Island, Abdul Fatawi Sahaku, Leicester City, Kamal Dean. Okay, hold on. Ray, should I? I don't know. Okay, let me segment them into like pure midfielders, and then I'll do the wide men and attackers. So the pure midfielders: Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Kwesi Sebo, Augustine Boache, and Caleb Yirenchi. So there are 5 of them. Now the wide men and the forwards: Abdul Fatawi Sahaku, Leicester City, Kamal Dean Suleimana, Atalanta, Christopher Bonsuba, Al-Qadsiya, Ernest Nyama, Olympique Lyon, Antoine Semenyo, Manchester City, Brandon Thomas Asante, Coventry City, and he'll be playing the Premier League next season. Victoria Pilsen's Prince Kwabena Edu is here. Iñaki Williams, Athletic Bilbao, and Jordan Ayew of Leicester City. So interesting is the paragraph or the 2 sentences written about young Ajax's Paul Reverson.
Let's hear you.
It says Paul Everson has also been included. The 20-year-old has been called up for further assessment with a long-term view. With a long-term view, having impressed for Ajax's youth side in the Netherlands. What does that tell me? It tells me that it's unlikely he will make the World Cup squad. But he will be in the minds of the national team selectors. Right? So that is...
So his is a future...
It looks like they are thinking...
If there are plans for a long-term view, definitely suggests he starts from this point. He starts from here.
So you think that he may make the World Cup?
So he starts from here, and then he's the future.
Okay, but
so you can't leave the future behind.
But if he's making the World Cup squad, at whose expense?
Well, you have 5 goalkeepers in there. Okay. If you ask me which goalkeeper I drop,
the total number of players we are taking is 26.
Yes, he has to drop 2 from the 28.
Yes,
right. He has 5 goalkeepers in there. I have a feeling Carlos Queiroz might be tempted to go to a World Cup with 4 goalkeepers.
That brings this list down to 27.
He might be tempted to take 4 goalkeepers. Okay. Now, if he has to drop 1 goalkeeper, Paul Reverson, I want to believe, might be the goalkeeper who replaces Agbesi in the squad.
This is Sporty FM,
Possibly
the voice of sport.
Okay. So, Agbasi dropped. They take Reverson. If they don't take Reverson, then they drop Agbasi and Reverson. And then it's back to Anan, Atizigi, and Benjamin Asare. So it leaves you with your natural 28. You get it? You're 26. It brings you down to the official 26 that they are looking for. But I think
FM.
There could be the temptation to take 4 goalkeepers to the World Cup.
There could be the temptation
on the part of Carlos Queiroz, because...
So you think that Carlos Queiroz may take 4 goalkeepers?
Possibly.
Okay, if that's the case, 1 more player will miss the cut.
So he'll be looking at the 2 players who are returning from injury.
I.e. Nyama.
Mumin and Nyama.
Okay.
There are lots of bodies there. Mumin or Nyama. Depending on what they show the coach in terms of their fitness in the next few days, a decision will be made on 1 of them. I think Nyama has seen close to 30 minutes since his return, right?
I think so.
And I think for Mumin, it's done possibly 80 minutes thereabout, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So these 2 would have to prove their fitness in the next few days for the coaches to make a decision. Again, it can be 2 of them, and you'd have 2 late introductions or 1 late introduction, and then you maintain your 4 goalkeepers. You get it? So these 2, Nyama and Mumin, if they are unable to prove their fitness in the next few days, we might see 2 new players join. And if the plan is to drop 2 goalkeepers, I mean, you drop 2 goalkeepers and then you replace these 2. So nothing is cast in stone at this point. Right. I still think that definitely they would resize that goalkeeping department. Okay, it's a must. Nobody would go to the World Cup with 5 goalkeepers. 4 possibly. Even that, you get it. But now we would have to look at the fitness of these 2 players, Mumin and Nyama. The coach would have to assess these boys. Because, you see, when you've recovered from an injury as difficult as that, going to a tournament like the World Cup, where you play games every 3 days, comes, you know, it's very difficult for any player. Okay, so you must go to the World Cup with players who are very ready, players who are fit, players who are match fit.
Okay.
So again, you look at these 2 players and say, if push comes to shove, they will be the players who will be sacrificed. And immediately those 2 players are taken out, 2 new players will come in.
2 new players will come in. And then
that is,
you say that the original plan to take out 2 goalkeepers, that plan is still there. Okay, let me go to the line. Let's speak to our very good friend, Christopher Nimley. He's a coach and pundit. Let me get his thoughts on the team that has been called up by Coach Carlos Queiroz as they go into training camp ahead of the World Cup. Chris, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Charlie. I'm fine. Your people did their thing again. I mean, many of them what cash one war. Whether I can Bani Raymond Tunu tomorrow. Now me break on I can listen. Whatever the case, they have released the list.
Raymond when they can me attaching Egbele him in the squad there, but no.
The voice of force.
Anyway, Chris, your thoughts on the squad? 28 players named for the camp. It means that 2 will ultimately miss out. But what do you make of this crop or the group put together or the group that has been named by Carlos Queiroz?
Nathan, let me call you back in just like 5 minutes. I beg. There's an emergency I need to attend.
Okay, all right, no problem. We'll get to Chris again.
Coach is preparing his notes.
Yeah. I mean, it's it. Typically, he would be stepping into class to teach chemistry. So it looks like we caught him, but he said he would get back to us. Anyway, so Ray, your plan is that we can't circumvent FIFA's 26.
No.
We'll take 26. But you think it will be the goalkeepers, that's where the cut will come from.
And they would monitor the fitness of Mumin and Nyama to make a decision.
Okay.
So a player like Joseph Pencil could still be an option for them.
Okay.
That is if Nyama is unable to prove his fitness. Joseph Pencil is an option.
I see.
Then Mumin, if he's not able to prove his fitness, of course, there are defenders that I'm sure they've seen. Okay. You have the likes of Nathaniel Eji, Joseph Edu. All of those defenders are there. You know, even Razak Simpson and the likes. So my suspicion, looking at the inclusion of Nyama, looking at the inclusion of Mumin, would be to pay attention to their fitness levels in camp. That would be the decider.
Okay.
And again, Alidu Seidu, he's also one of the players who's dealt with injuries. Okay. Again, the coach would want to properly assess Alidu Seidu and then make a decision on him. So I don't think this squad is cast in stone in terms of the playing body. In terms of the outfield players. That's how we call them, right?
Yeah.
I still think there are positions that Carlos Queiroz and his technical team have not settled on because of 1 or 2 reasons. And there are still players that would be on standby that may get a look in. If Riverson doesn't go, maybe it would be because they are looking at him possibly getting into the team in future. But if you want to tie him down early, he may not go to the World Cup to be imposed.
Okay.
But you want to put him in the World Cup squad just to have competition experience. So that if he's even dropped to the under 17 or the under 20 or the under 23 level, he knows he's tasted competition before. He knows what it feels like to be in a competition. Okay. Agbasi, on any day, Agbasi would be that goalkeeper who has lots of experience. Okay. Based on the competitions he's played in. Okay. But because he's not been part of the furniture throughout the qualifiers and all, it would be very easy for anybody to sacrifice him, regardless of his performance in training. Okay. So you would want to play the loyalty card and say, okay, let me stick with Asari. Let me stick with Atizigi. Let me stick with Joseph Annan. And really, these three are very, very good goalkeepers. Okay, these three are very good goalkeepers. We haven't seen too much of Rivers.
The voice of sports.
We know Agbasi. You get me? So if it's to drop any of these two, it could be Agbasi or Rivers. And then you stick to the goalkeepers you know. You look at that defense. Look at Senaya, look at Alidu Seidu. And decide if these two can solve his right-back problems for him. Now, as we speak, we are still uncertain who would claim that right-back spot and make it so. We are still uncertain. If Seidu is not able to justify his inclusion these next few days, it becomes a problem. Senaya, we haven't seen too much of. Playing for the national team, playing with this unit. You get it. Of course, we are not going to get the likes of Tariq Lamptey back in the squad. So, again, there are issues at right back you would have to look at. There's Baba Rahman and Gideon Mensah playing at right back. I think it's one of the positions that the coach would look at and say, well, he has good cover. Gideon Mensah and Baba Rahman can do a job on anything. So, we won't expect too many changes there. Jiku, Opon, Ajete, Jerome. I think the coach would settle on all of these centre backs. I am sure.
Okay.
There are 4 centre backs there. And it's almost 2 in each position. 2 left, 2 right. You get it?
Yep.
So I think in terms of the centre back position and even Mumin. So you see, that's where Mumin now becomes the add-on. You get it? So Mumin now becomes that extra player they'll be looking at.
Okay.
He has to prove his fitness. Now, a lot of concerns have been raised about Ajete, especially because of the issues he had in the last 2 friendlies. So, even Ajete, I am not sure has nailed the spot in the team. So, the coach might pick Ajete and pick Mumin and say, well, let me look at these 2 players well. So, there's still an option to drop a player there and possibly get a replacement.
Okay.
Again, you go to the midfield, Pate would go, Sibo would go. Augustine Boachi, introduction, Saint Etienne. A lot has been said about him. And he would also have to prove to the coach. Eliza Owusu, Oxer, Caleb Rienchi, we all know. So, in terms of the midfield options, Nathan, I think for now, these are the best we have at the moment. These are the players he can rely on.
Okay.
Kwesi Sibo, regardless of whatever happens, he will go to the World Cup. Then the forward line. Fatah Isaaku definitely would go to the World Cup. Brandon Thomas Asante, obviously an option up front. Inaki Williams, Jordan Ayew, Christopher Bonsuba, the kind of season he's had in Saudi, of course he goes. Antoine Semenyo, no doubt. Prince Edu Kwabna, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Ernest Nyama. These are the players the coaches would have to pay attention to again and make a decision as to whether they want to go with them. Prince Edu Kwabna, Ernest Nyama, Kamaldeen Sulemana. On any day, if you are dropping Ernest Nyama, you would want to stick with Kamaldeen Sulemana because he offers you options on the flanks. You get it. That is if you are dropping Nyama. If you are going with both of them, Nyama sometimes can play as a 10. sometimes he can play on the wings.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are going with the 2, you would again have to look at
This is 40 FM, the voice
and
of
that's what role
sports.
exactly he'll be playing. Definitely, Inaki Williams might be leading the line. If the coach pays attention to what happens in the La Liga, then he would possibly want to deploy Inaki Williams on the flanks. Which would mean that he will still need a focal point in attack. That is when Brandon Thomas Asante becomes that focal point in attack. So, I don't think in terms of the playing body,
40 FM.
I mean, the players who will be on the pitch to play, I don't think it's cast in stone. I don't think the squad is cast in stone.
Okay.
I still think that a few changes will be done. And I still think there's still an opportunity for a few players to get back into the squad.
Okay. We'll have to wait and see. Time check is 8:17. Let me open the phone lines. Give us a call. 054-257-1061. 030-279-4805. 054-257-1061. 030-279-4805. You can also send us a WhatsApp message and we'll gladly go through those messages. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
Yes, Honorable, please go ahead.
You see how Ray is struggling to fix everything that they have done. Ray is struggling to fix the squad. That is his own assumption. None of this is coming from any of the FA members.
Yeah, I asked him for his opinion. So it's his opinion that he's expressing.
I know. This home short squad. We can't agree that this is the only squad, the players we have. You see, why do you select 5 goalkeepers? 5 goalkeepers for what? We are going to play 2 matches before the World Cup. Why don't you go with the players you think you can use? 3 goalkeepers, add other 2 players, or whatever. Now that we are going to leave after again, so that after the 2 matches, the players really call, and you realize that these ones are not good, and you bring them in. How are you going to try them before the matches? So, these things they are doing, they are putting the coach in this old man to, they want to manipulate him. This is not nice. So, everybody, this is what we requested for. We should bring it out so that we can speak. Yes. If they had brought it out earlier, we would have shared our view and thought so that they would have really changed it faster. Now, where is saying they have to see this squad is not passing. So,
no, but this squad is 20. Relax, Honorable. This squad is 28. 2 players will get dropped. This is not the final squad.
I know. But then, how many are they going to take out in this squad?
2.
So, that is 2. Talking 2 for what? 2. You bring this team, you learn 5 goalkeepers. And what? What are they going to do? Are we going to do goalkeeper competition? Huh? So, if assuming we take out 2 goalkeepers, then we ask you players, then what happens?
No, but if you take out Honorable, hold on. There are 28 players. If you take out 2 goalkeepers, you have 26, and your World Cup squad is done.
Yes, and I'm saying, you take out 2 goalkeepers, and this squad that we have, this squad that we have, is it the best squad we can parade?
You tell me.
What is Pinto?
Where's who?
What is Pinto?
Joseph
I
Pinto.
say Pinto. What is he?
Nobody knows. It's only Carlos Queiroz who can explain to us why Pinto is not in this call-up.
This is
What is
40
the
FM,
main man?
the voice of
The
sports.
football club. Why is the real you?
Why did you expect Andrea Ayew to make this team?
What is the real you?
No, I'm asking. Hold on. Were you expecting the Ayew to make the squad?
I was expecting that he made the squad.
Oh, okay, you were expecting
Because
that.
I was really expecting that he made the squad. Because
see,
this
okay.
squad that we are doing is the life of any better experience. How many senior players do we have in there? This is the World Cup. This is the World Cup. Everybody is bringing their best foot forward.
Yeah,
So
but
what are we doing?
there are players who have been to the World Cup before. Is that not experience?
They were saying something that he said it and he came up to support it. He said the young Ayaz keeper will be for the future.
Yeah,
if he will be for the
that's what the GFA said. Uh-huh.
This will be for the future. This is the time you are going to the World Cup. You are not the World Cup of Nation qualification. Why don't you wait? Bring in the players we need and then bring in this guy back after the World Cup. Why are we doing this?
But
wasting time and
hold on, but you see, hold on. Honorable. My counter argument is that if you are, for example, if you are still trying to get this guy to switch, right? You are trying to get this guy to switch because let's not forget the fact that Riverson is here hasn't made him a Ghanaian. He still has to complete the nationality switch. So if you are trying to complete the switch, don't you think doing this kind of convinces him a bit more?
This is not the time to do this, my brother. We need a squad, huge squad for the World Cup situation. You don't bring somebody to be from Natarifika and then later he won't go. Then what do you need to bring? Don't you go to play the squad matches in advance? That is the point I'm trying to make. There are a lot of time you can bring this guy later. Why do you use him to block somebody who can go and help or who can play? Instead of bringing this one to go and waste time at the friendly matches, why don't you bring the person straight forward and later right after the World Cup? When you bring him for the Cup of Nations qualification. This is what we will do. We will still talk about it. We will scrutinize this and we see. I'm waiting for Fulfillment. I can't wait to hear him. I'm waiting. Thank you, my guy.
All right. Thank you. 054 257 1061. 054 257 1061. 030 279 4805. You can equally send us a WhatsApp message. Let me go back to the line. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I'm Vicky. I'm calling from Sintex.
All right, please go ahead.
I want to know, is Derek Atakon in the squad?
You want to know?
If Derek Atakon is in the squad.
No, Derek Atakon didn't make the squad.
So what is Senaya doing there?
What is I'm not the best person to answer that.
Why, Martin Senaya, we saw what he did against Austria and Germany, and now we are inviting him again. And Derek Atakon is not there.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. How many minutes did Marvin Senaya play against Austria and Germany?
Even the minute that we saw he played, he's not even doing anything. So I don't know what he's doing in there. And the highest young goalkeeper, I don't know. Why do you invite 5 goalkeepers to do what? 5 goals. Let them call them to 3. Then I don't know. But they should take off Senaya and bring in Nasako. Or take off Senaya and bring in Salimada.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
All right.
This is Sporty FM.
Oh man, this is still the Sporting Breakfast. 054257.
This is why my good friends were calling for the squad.
No problem.
Today,
no,
today,
Ray, let me
Ray, keep quiet.
No problem.
Keep quiet, Ray.
Hey, who's this
Keep
one?
quiet.
Who's this?
Ray, keep quiet. Good morning.
Yes, who's this?
I like the way you start the show this morning.
Who's this?
Man on the line.
So when you call, the very first thing to say is, Ray, keep quiet. Is that how you announce your introduction onto the show?
Oh, it'll be good. Now play. But you need the radio. You know, yeah.
Really, Ray? Tell you saying and you they play like that.
No, I just wonder why you make like that.
Please go ahead. You go
Right.
ahead.
If you didn't win, come on the Ghana squad.
I beg you. You talk and go.
You have to be Nathan.
Chairman, talk and go. You don't need me to say anything. Just talk.
I really don't get a problem.
No, we don't have a problem. Just talk and go, Charlie.
I'm just
Yeah.
I thought something bad this morning.
Oh, you make you know why.
Nobody.
Just deliver.
Emmanuel, just make your point and go. Just make your point.
No, the way you make, like I thought something bad. Like, I just feel really quiet. I don't do anything bad. I don't know why you are taking this.
No, it's okay. You make your point.
This squad, this is a squad, and you see, the others are talking like we get players from another planet that we want to see them in this squad. seeing this squad, I'm not surprised at all because this is what you can afford, and this is what I want. This is what I wanted the squad to come out so that we can talk about it. Because I told you we are not. There's no. Why are we hiding? Because we know all the players that are that way. We don't have any Messi, Ronaldo, like Mr. Keta is saying. So this is our squad. There's nobody who is not included in this squad. Everybody who is included is okay to be there. I mean, I've no problem with the squad. What the problem I have is players who have recovered from ACL, who have been playing football for 8 months, and you put them in this squad. Now before I go to assess them to see whether they can make it to the World Cup. Doesn't make sense. So if they are not able to pass, if they are not able to how do you call it, to pass the fitness test, not for able to bring another new player to come in how do you call it, to come and replace these players. So not for they are also come to train with this team again. So why are we wasting our time on all these things? And do we need 5 goalkeepers to assess the players, the goalkeepers who have to go? Can't we get maybe 4 or 3 goalkeepers? We need 5 players to assess all of them before you can tell this goalkeeper, this goalkeeper. This how do you call it? These 5 goalkeepers. You can make it like 4 or 3, and we'll get some absolute players to join this squad. So I don't know why 5 goalkeepers. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do catch. Yeah, we are going to play rugby in the World Cup. Because with all these things, and later, you can't go and how do you call it? I'm not a squad.
This is Sports
Without any pressure.
the voice of sports.
You have to respond to how do you call it? The players that you refuse to call. Because you have to let Ghanaians know why you call this player and why you call this player. You can't sleep and you wake up at 9 a.m. 9 p.m. and come and put a squad on this online and go and sit down without any question. So later, are we seeing any pressure about this squad?
Sporty FM.
Sorry, are we doing what?
Is there going to be a press conference that will analyze and
Nobody.
tell us why this guy is excluded and why this player is not included in the squad?
Nobody knows. We'll have to wait and see if they'll organize one.
So we deserve to know why this guy is in and why this guy is not in. Why Atakon is not in? Why? Because you can't go and take a player and see, we did this. How do you call it? He brought one player in the standard. Now this player has been called into a German team. You want to call a player, and when you are going to the World Cup, you leave the player. I don't know whether you have an issue with how do you call it? The switch of how do you call it? The country switch or whatever. Because you can't go Atakon and leave him. You take out of this general guy. What I tell you to see? So now, so we need explanation. You need to come and tell us why this guy is included. You just don't come and put a squad down and go and sit down and like nothing has happened. You have to explain to Ghanaians why this guy is in the squad.
Okay, all right.
Why this guy is excluded?
All right. I think you've made your point. Imota, please give me another caller. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. 030-279-4805. You can equally send us a WhatsApp message. Anyway, let me take this call. Hello.
Hi. Good morning, guys.
Yes, good morning.
Is that Nathan?
Yes, Nathan here.
Okay, Dr. Sidhu here. Today is my first time of talking to you guys, but I've been following you for a while.
All right.
From CTFM, yeah. I read your podcast. I follow you there.
Yes, thank you so much.
The list, yes, the list. I am really surprised with the exclusion of Joseph Peso. I don't understand. I mean, he's one of the players that I was expecting the coach to include him. I mean, we did this thing to him. I mean, I remember he wasn't caught previously. And looking at his performance this season, I'm really shocked. I don't know whether there is that opportunity to get him in the list or the squad. Or I don't really understand it. Maybe you guys, if you have better explanation for it, because I've not heard any official explaining why they excluded him.
Yeah, nobody has, and it's only Carlos Queiroz who can explain. So we only hope that we will get the chance to have him explain. But there's no reason has been given. So he's the only person who can tell us why.
I don't know whether I'm the only person surprised about this decision.
I am equally surprised too.
Yes, because the guy has even outperformed Inaki Williams. So I'm surprised to see Inaki in there without that guy. How could you call 4 or 5 goalkeepers? I mean, is he going to take out 2? Or what? I don't really get it. I think we need explanation to the list.
Well, the only thing I can say is that it's a 28-man squad. We need 26 players. So ultimately, 2 players will be cut. Nobody knows where those cuts will come from. So it's just a matter of time, I guess.
Nathan, do you think we have time? Because the workout, the start of it is imminent, yeah?
Relax. Training camp started yesterday.
Okay.
2nd June is when FIFA will publish the list. So between 2nd June is next week. So I think it's enough time for Carlos Queiroz to decide on 2 players to drop. I guess that's why he will see them, they'll train, and then he'll make a decision. I'm sure. I
think I'm okay with your explanation, and I'm looking forward to seeing the guy in there. To be frank, yeah.
All right.
But those complaining about the squad, I don't think we have any other. Apart from Joseph Peso, to me, that's my opinion though. I don't think we have any other better players that we wanted to see in the list. But let's see and hope and pray that we'll do well. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Thank you. Time check is 8:33. You can give us a call 054 257 1061 030 279 4805. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, Nathan.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Eric calling from Ashana.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, Nathan, for you today, I really like the way you are handling it. I don't know, to say moderating than calling this one work. But there's a lot of people who listen to me. I know a lot of people who listen who want to call every day, but don't get the opportunity to call.
Okay.
And some people, I don't know how they do it. They always call, so they feel like they own the whole airspace or something. They will allow. Yeah. I really like the way you are going. That's how it should, because your station is very loud. A lot of people want to call, so they should allow us who normally don't get the chance to call to hear. Okay. And about the Black Star Squad.
Yep.
The Pinto Pada really like something, because Joseph Pinto has really been performing. He's really good, and when it comes to the Black Stars, he really performs. So I'm really surprised that it's not far. And with the 5 goalkeepers, too, really strange, really strange. So as you said, the final squad will be 2nd June. So maybe they know what they are doing. I'm just hoping that we just put our best foot forward and see what we can do. So yeah. Amazing. I'm loving what you are doing. Charlie, keep it up. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Time check is 8:35. You can still give us a call 054 257 1061 030 279 4805. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Oh, Nathan, I'm really disappointed. What are we going to do with 5 goalkeepers?
See,
what is Inaki doing there? Where is Fatah Isaku? Is Fatah Isaku injured?
Take it easy. No, Fatah Isaku made the squad. I read his name.
He made the squad.
Yes.
So what is Inaki doing there?
Again,
literally, this guy has been down this season.
That's a question only Carlos Queiroz can answer.
This guy has been down this season. Look at oh my goodness. I don't know whether Ketrokoku must be aware that I know this is the game of Ketrokoku. They'll come and tell us that, oh, there's nothing wrong. Ketrokoku is know what he's doing. He just know what he's doing. I've been saying it. Ketrokoku must leave.
He must leave. It's Cat the Black Stars coach.
No, he must leave. He's there.
He must leave.
He must leave.
Okay, relax. Take it easy. Who will take him out?
Definitely, we know someone must.
The football people, the same football people.
Like the same football people. Like, that's our problem. In Ghana, that's our problem.
Who will take him out? Me or you? It's the same football people.
Sporty FM.
I think we will take him.
The 128 people who go to Congress, they are the people who decide. So unless they want things to change, things will not change. Do you get the point I'm making?
Yes, I'm getting that. It's really embarrassing to see that Inaki is part of the squad. What is he going to do? Literally nothing. Inaki cannot build up something to the squad. So I think Okweku knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and they'll come and be giving us some excuses, saying a lot of things. I'm sure with 5 goalkeepers to what? Come on, Nathan.
The squad, relax. It is a 28-man squad.
Exactly, but at least
leave. At
least, Nathan. At least call 3 goalkeepers and add some players, and let's see before the final 26-man squad. By calling 5 goalkeepers, you know what? Come on. Yeah, I don't know.
The point is that I don't think any team will go to the World Cup with 5 goalkeepers. So obviously, 2 will leave. I mean, 2 will definitely go away.
He's just making a way of, a way to keep Naki in the squad. That's a way of, his way of covering Naki so that when he's part of the tour, Naki will be there. But when he send only 3, when he made up 3 goalkeepers, then definitely.
Okay. Do you know that
something will happen?
Do you know even if we take 2 goalkeepers out, we come down to 26. So Iñaki still stays anyway. If your problem is Iñaki Williams, do you get the point I'm making?
Yeah, I get it.
So in any case, it's just a training camp. Let us all wait to see which 2 players will leave.
Nathan, we need our best. We need our best players to, be able to perform.
Okay, so
we are coming up against things like England.
Relax. Who in this? Okay, which player do you think should have made the team that is not here? Tell me.
Only we have Okon. What is Okon? Derek Okon is not there.
Who?
I don't know. Derek Okon or who?
Which player is that?
He's not in the squad, and he did well.
So relax. I want you to tell me the name of the player. Which player are you talking about?
I've forgotten the name. I don't know. I've forgotten the name, but Inaki Williams is my problem, though.
Okay, no problem.
No hard feelings, but he has been down this season.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair point. That's a fair point.
He has been down this season. So I think.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Thank you. Let me bring in other callers. 8:39. Oh man. I love conversations around the Black Stars. I always say, Immortal. I always say that when people say, hey, this is evidence to prove that people actually like the Black Stars. So when people complain, we won't watch. They are lying. Don't watch. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Clement from KPFM.
All right, Clement. Please go ahead.
We are all open to having this discussion.
Yeah,
each one has his own.
It's fair. I mean, that's it.
Each one has his own opinion. And the Black Star squad. I'm not a coach. You can say all you want. You want this player. You want this player. The final decision is in the coach's hands. So, but with the exclusion of Joseph Pinto, it hit very hard because playing majority of the tournament in America and we having a boy from that side, even this season, he's even performing well with that Ricky Pre or whatever, Gabriel Pre or whatever this on Los Angeles. So he's a good guy. I don't know. The last time he was excluded, and it really hit hard on this guy. If I was, just focus on my club side and my music because the national team, I don't know if he has done anything wrong. And
okay.
Furthermore, the left back position, I think bringing back an experienced person like this, Babara, man, is good because at the options at the left back, Atakon, I don't know why he has been excluded. Having only Gideon Mensah and bringing in Babara, man, I think it's a good option.
I
Thank
see.
you, but bro, calm down somewhere.
Oh no.
Relax for them.
No. You see, Clement, let me tell you something. You see, 99% of the time I'm very relaxed, but you see,
I know you.
Yeah. So you see, the fact that people listen to us and they call the show every day, a lot of people assume they know us or they assume that we are friends. So people can just call. How can you call a show and then the first thing you say is Ray should keep quiet?
Yeah.
You don't Ray is not your friend. Ray is not you don't know Raymond from anywhere. You are calling into a show, and because you listen to him, you think he's your friend. So you think you can speak anyhow to him. No, it is not done. Simple manners and courtesy will tell you that when you pick a call, you say hello, you mention your name, we greet, we move on. Your first thing should not be Ray should shut up or Ray should keep quiet. And then you tell me that, it's a joke. It is not a joke. Is Ray your friend? Ray is not your friend. So sometimes you have to draw the line. A lot of people assume that, because they listen to us every day, we are their friends. So they think they can say anything and get away with it. No way. I won't call your phone to disrespect you. So why do you call my show to disrespect me or my co-host? So I'll draw the line there. We have to behave like adults. So Clement, thank you for calling. So you understand why I do that. Thank you very much. Let me take my call. Hello.
Raymond.
Hello.
Hello, Raymond. Good morning.
Nathan here.
Oh, Nathan, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm also doing well.
Yeah, Raymond, now you can say hi to the person.
Morning. How are you?
Thank you.
Morning, senior man Raymond. It's been a long time.
Yeah, everything cool.
Everything cool, bro.
All right, please go ahead.
My name is Katel, calling from Shayo Sudoku.
All right, Cartel, please go ahead.
In fact, how many goalkeepers did England call? This is one thing the Ghanaians have to know, that the football system have to change. It doesn't matter. I know that surely we are going to pick 3 goalkeepers to the World Cup. And what? You shouldn't be surprised to see that they have called these players and we should be talking about it, blah, 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 blah. Which one do we have? Or we should call the local players? If that is what they want, then we should call those ones. But for me, I'm okay. We the youth, we are okay, and we believe something good will come. That's all.
All right. Thank you. 8:44. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. You can call the other number to 030-279-4805. 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Nathan,
Yes.
please. If anything I said triggered you, I beg you.
Emmanuel, you know what? Let me take another caller. Immortal, give me another caller. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. You can call the other number 030-279-4805. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Nathan.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Osben.
Yes.
Calling from Northern Nigeria.
All right, Osben, please go ahead.
Greetings to my boss, Uncle Ray.
Yes, Ray is here. Ray is here.
Last time I said this, the person called Ghanaian, if you go and call God, they will never appreciate. Please educate me. England have called about 5 extra players to join the camp.
Yeah.
Including yes. They are assessing the other players for the future.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carlos Queiroz knows we have a peculiar problem with our goalkeepers. Riverson is for the future. So between Agbesi, Joseph Anan, Asare, and Atiziki, one of them will join Riverson out. we are complaining about who we didn't call and who we have called. Please. So do you think in the wisdom of Carlos Queiroz, in 40 years as a coach, will sit down for somebody to impose a player on him? Please, we have given the man the mandate to take us to the World Cup, to prepare the team. He thinks these are the players I want to take. Why don't we give him the opportunity to work? And then we are saying he should have called this one. That is why the list was delaying. Mind you, this is not the final squad. Yeah. This is for the friendly against Wales. And this player should have been called. And this player should have not been called. Please, Ghanaians, I beg each and every one of us, including myself, let's give the man the opportunity to work. He is a coach. If he succeeds, we will praise him. If he does not, we will sack him. Please, let's give him the time. Let's back Atakon. Between Nathan, let me ask you, and be frank with me, between Atakon and Baba Rahman this season, if you have to pick one left back, who will you pick?
If I'm to pick one between Baba Rahman and Atakon.
And Atakon this season, who will you pick?
I think I'd pick Baba Rahman, yeah.
We have issues with our left back, our goalkeeper. And he is sticking with the core of the players who played in the qualifiers. He is new to the team. You don't expect him to go in for players who haven't played. The only exception is Ogesemboache, who is coming in because we don't have Kudus. And this season, Ogesemboache has proven that he is capable of playing. And he is a good replacement for Kudus if he take him to the World Cup. And me, I am happy for him.
Okay.
So please, Ghanaians, we beg, let's give Carlos Queiroz the time.
Okay.
Let's wait on the 2nd of June when the list is officially announced. We can talk about it. We wish the Black Stars all the best.
All right.
We're saying the players we will not call, we will go and do well in the World Cup. Have a good morning, Nathan.
All right. Thank you so much. 8:48. Let us take another caller. 054 257 1061 030 279 4805.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, Nathan, good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Joe from Kenya.
Okay, I want you to do something for me. I want you to kill the radio, please.
Oh, even move. Yeah, so first of all, I want to appreciate you putting the other
it's still giving me feedback.
Okay.
So you can, you don't have to listen to yourself through the radio. Just listen to
yeah, so it's okay now.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, so first of all, I want to thank you for putting the other caller in this place. We are not friends. He has to do that. Secondly, for me personally, I've stopped speaking about Black Star Squad for over a decade. Whenever we put the man in charge for these jobs, he has to do the selection. We are just supposed to support. Those saying you have to support this one, they should get their own squad and go and play the World Cup. It doesn't work that way. And they're comparing us to, you see, have you ever seen England qualify to go to? We don't. No. Every country and its system. So we just have to back our coaches with our praise. That's all. We're giving them the job. They should go and do it. That's all, Nathan.
All right.
And very good morning to Ray. If I love his battle with Coach Stefan. So.
Anyway, thank you. Yeah,
I'm reading the insults on my Joseph Pencil comment.
It's okay, Ray. I've told you that, Ray.
No. I'm just looking at it.
Today, behave yourself. Today, no back and forth.
Today, I'm behaving.
Just let it go. I keep telling you. See, when people react like that, just know that they care so much.
You see, let me tell them something. Nathan, just hold on for me. Let me tell them something.
I have a call out.
Me. If you know where my roots go.
Yeah, I get you.
I have absolutely nothing against Pencil.
You are rather in Pencil's camp.
If you know where my roots go.
I know the politics. I know very well. Hello.
Hello, Nathan.
Yes.
Nathan, good morning. This is Jones.
Yes. Where are you calling from, please?
Nathan, I'm calling from airport.
All right. Please go ahead.
Nathan, you say Pencil is supposed to be dropped because if you have been watching his matches, he's not performing at all. And I wonder how people are announcing the Pencil.
Ghana people, hey!
Oh, Nathan, it's true. Nathan, it's not Ghana people issue. Nathan, it's true. Nathan, have you been watching Yusuf Pencil?
I mean, I've seen a couple of his games. I've watched a lot of highlights.
Yes. Yes, Nathan. And you see, the second person that we know is not Yusuf Pencil who is playing in US. Nathan, his form is not up to standard. You understand? And Nathan, this is Wake Up. This is not time to do much quick. So I think if you want the coach, for me, so Nathan, please. Like if I want you to give me your squad, Nathan, like which team will you be calling?
Which who?
This is
the
voice of sports.
I want you to give me your I want you to.
Why do you need you? My squad is not what Carlos Queiroz will call, so you don't need my squad.
No, you can give us your idea.
You don't need my squad for anything. That's why I'm opening the phone line. So if you have a squad to give, name it and let's go. Ghana people like that thing too much.
No, this is. We want to see your idea. So you want to see like.
I said, if you have something to say. So you've made point one. You don't think Pencil should be there. Do you have point two?
Yeah, and later, I think Raymond is
why then? Spirit, man. Anointing, man. There be spirit. And call baby. Still, and we're trying to want so.
Later, the keepers to Nathan, they are too much. So why did they call 5 tickets?
It's a training camp. It is a training camp. It's not the final squad. This is a training camp. 28 players. We need 26. So by the 2nd of June, you all know the 26.
Okay. So this is not our
squad. This is the training.
Oh, then it's fine. That is fine. I was thinking that this is the Wake Up squad.
No, it's not at all.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think that's fine. That's fine. So, but we are just hoping that the GFA will not put their hands in the squad. That's what we are playing for. They should allow the coach to do his job. And later, Captain Kloku, why is he need another 3 time again?
Why? What?
Because later, Captain Kloku have done enough. He should allow somebody to come and see what the person can do.
No.
Later,
No. Finish.
Later, when you say Adrian Baku for team.
That's true.
Adrian Baku for team. But I don't know what I say. Or transfer. I mean, we have a lot of people too. We have that they can bring ideas later. Because later, look at our youth teams. They are all doing bad. Later, our youth teams are doing very, very bad.
Yep.
You see, and later, it's because as a nation. Whereby you are used to doing bad, Nathan. It's a very dangerous sign, Nathan. It's a very, very dangerous sign. So we beg him. The third time, the only movie will not come back, Nathan. Also, movie on the show because you don't want to argue with the team. Because Nathan, it's just like a Kuku by Nathan. And it's a team saying, Papa.
As I said earlier, it is only because the football people, they went to approve the 3rd term. So if any change can happen, it can happen from within the football people.
Hey, Nathan, these people, Nathan, they will kill us.
Do you understand? They went to choose.
Nathan, this whole football people issue, Nathan, they will be killing us.
Later they will be killing us because it's too much. Anything no football people, and they are giving us. You see, later, you do know that our football is similar like the way we do our politics here. It's very, very similar because later, you say maybe delegate, they will go appoint people that even the Ghanaians does not like. Because they have the power to appoint, something like an MP. So later, it's very still later.
Okay, all right.
It's very, very still later. Thank you very much, later. Thank you.
Thank you. Time check is 8:56. Rich, let's take one more call.
Let's hit 9.
Let's hit 9. Yeah. Okay. All right, this is still the Sporty Breakfast. You can give us a call or send us a WhatsApp message. I'd really love to hear what people are saying on the WhatsApp line. But let me take this caller. Maybe this is our last caller. I don't know. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, Nathan.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
This is Wilson calling from Center.
This is
Wilson calling from Center.
All right, please go ahead.
All right. Okay. I've just looked at the glass for this moment. I'm not happy man at all.
Hey, I see.
We've been campaigning for local players to be included in the glass for some time now, and I looked at the squad, and this Marvin Senaya guy still in the squad. I mean, locally, don't you have any right back who can be a decent job at the World Cup squad?
From where? The same league that people say is not good. Which player should we pick from this league?
It's not good, but we've been campaigning for a quota something recently and all that. So if this was Marvin Senaya doesn't cut for it long term. I mean, I've watched a person of games this season. I've not been president time I've watched it. Okay. So still, I mean, you should have caught a right back from the local league.
Okay, like who? So who should have been called? Tell me.
This Mediana guy who left recently. I don't know.
Kamara Dini Mahmudu.
Yes, exactly. I think it was very good and during the first half of the season. Every time I was quite impressed. So I felt he should have kept a looking ahead of Marvin Senaya. But Marvin Senaya, I'm not ready.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. I think we'll pause the calls for now. My producers, can you please give me some WhatsApp messages if there are any? Okay, there's one caller coming in. Let me take this caller. Let's see what they'll say. Hello. Yes. Sorry? Yes. Oh.
This is Michael from the beautiful city of Akosombo.
Hey, Michael, you are still in Akosombo.
I mean, come back for you. Come back for you. Get the deal. What's up? The task are too out anytime.
I see.
Guy,
Mate, Michael, please. What's it? Minti the outcome. That's how we need can say it's a bad then. Dear course. Michael, please go ahead.
Okay, Matthew. You see, main problem is all the issues are almost World Cup Mondial. We are from players for the cup, and we have a few days to announce our final squad into 28.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. Oh, gremlins in the line. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Yes.
Hello.
Hard. Anyway, let me go through some of the WhatsApp messages. Somebody says Riverson is already part of our youth setup. Why? Which tie him down again? Really? Kelvin, is Riverson part of the setup?
Who's the one talking?
I don't know. I mean, that's a message. I'm reading that message. I'm sure you can see it.
Maybe they should open up the producer should open up that message for us.
Guys, can we get that message? Because the last time I checked, Riverson part of the youth setup. I'm not too sure. You let me take this caller. Anyway, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes. Can you please kill the radio? Please kill the radio. It's giving me terrible.
see, this morning Raymond mentioned over 500 million infractions from a supposed report that he has.
Yes.
Is he sure about the figure? $500 million?
He said 500 million CDs. He didn't say dollars. He said CDs.
He said dollars.
No. Ray, you are here.
CDs.
500 million, 580 million CDs.
It said CDs.
Yes, I remember correctly.
So, because I think he started saying dollars.
He did mention some. He mentioned some dollar amounts, but in the end, he said the total amount was 580.
I was really alarmed.
Okay, it's 580 million CDs. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
All right. Okay, 9:01. Let's put a pause on the calls. Calvin Osman has joined us. Raymond Yamado is still here. The WhatsApp messages are still coming through on 054-257-1061. Anyway, this one is from Nathan in Kaswa. Says, my first time tuning in before 7, only to be cracked up that early by Ray. This man, I just hope Andre didn't put his hopes on his said demonstration to get him a call. I'm surprised people actually took that really personally. I was the day Ray was saying they should have seen his face in the studio. Anyway, then he goes on to ask a question. But how do the Rasta guys get the fine girls? Ray, you have to explain to us. Anyway, I don't know why the GFA wants to confuse some people. Some Ghanaians are seeing this call up as just some camp for the Wales game for another justifier towards the final list. But it's clear 2 goalkeepers will be dropped. Aside the 5 goalkeepers, that seems difficult to understand. If players like Kamaldeen, Ajete, and Elisha made the list ahead of John Pencil, Ashimeru, and Salim,
Joseph
Pencil, sorry. Ashimeru and Salim Adams, then it's clear we are not going to the World Cup to put up any proper challenge. Our midfield looks the weakest without a ball juggler. The fact that Ofer didn't give the local players enough game time, I knew it was the end for them. Then he says Saka, Rashford, Gordon, and Madueke against Baba Rahman, Gideon, Alidu, and Marvin. Says Ebe Fekeke. I see.
Have a ball juggler in Augustine Boache.
Well, there's Augustine Boache.
And then Niama to double up to play that role.
You know, it's the Niama call-up I'm a little worried about because he just came back from an ACL.
He's better than most of the players who are there. And I think he recovered quite about 3 weeks ago. And he played the last 3 games.
He got minutes.
Kevin, he got minutes. And I think that is good.
Do you know how long it took Rodri
to
figure himself out?
Is Spain not sending Mikel?
No. I'm saying
yes, Spain will take Merino.
How long it took Rodri to figure himself out in that Man City squad after his ACL.
But Calvin, let me ask you,
it is not every player who struggles to get back like that. Most players.
So
exactly. That is why if you look at Niama's stay, it's actually stayed. Is actually delayed for a very long time, more than the normal.
Okay.
Many return after, let's say, 8 months. Niama has gone.
Niama came back quickly.
Yes,
that's true. But anyway, let me go. Stephen Adani Dankwa in Tema Committee 3 says, I'm disappointed in Carlos Queiroz for dropping Pencil, Derek Con, and Ibrahim Suleimana. These players were no-brainers. What hurts the most is Jonas Ajete, whose team has been relegated and hasn't played one competitive match, is there. Ajete cost Ghana 2 penalties in the last friendlies. Joseph Pencil, the thing paid me so much. We put away talents, and he's saying because of selfishness. Okay.
Not true.
This one says, this Christian from Circle says, I don't think the coach is convinced about Benjamin Asare being his number 1. That's why he's invited 5 to have an eye on all of them and choose the best one. Don't be surprised to see Reverson in the final squad. Okay, we wait and see. Anything can happen. This one says, in as much as we want to disagree. Okay, Gustav from Kofredria or Sabine says, in as much as we want to disagree with the call-up, I think that's the best we have out there. Whether Iñaki is on form or not, or Jordan is on form or not, they are the best we have. Who should we bench Iñaki for? He's asking. Okay, interesting question.
The guy who scored the 6 goals, what's his name?
Ataku, Charlie. Okay, no, let me proceed. Francis from Atonsu says, in all fairness, the players called on paper look like the best we have, so we should be calm and we should become criticizing the handlers. The names are expected: Joseph Pencil and Majid Ashimeru, but the team presented looks like our best.
Majid Ashimeru, if you watch him play against Mexico, will you take him to the World Cup?
Okay, Kelvin. So this person says that Riverson made an appearance for Ghana's U20 against Morocco in May 2025. I have to go back to that squad list. So let's check. Somebody should keep an eye.
Morocco in May 2025.
It says Morocco in May 2025. U20. Okay. We'll have to double check. You guys, you do the double checks. Let me go through this. Mello from Stomach Clinic Chop Bar. Where is that place? So I was talking about the squad. Is this the best we have? Why 5 keepers? Kwesi Sibo over Ashimeru. Joseph Pencil should have replaced Iñaki. The coach should give us an explanation. Okay. As I said, it's a camp. It's a 28-man squad. So we have to wait. Right? By 2nd of June. So Riverson did feature, right?
Yeah, but his numbers, unless we want to
did he play or he was part of the squad?
He featured in a friendly.
He featured in a friendly.
In a friendly, Morocco beat us 4-1.
Okay, so which means that.
And so he collected 4 that early.
Yeah, Morocco beat us 4-1.
Be careful. This one says, why did they mention the squad at midnight? No, the squad came at 9:37.
I think it was Yakub Said who was imposed.
But Riverson was part of the caller. Okay, no problem. So Elon from Tema has confirmed. We've also triangulated, and it is true. Riverson, so he was part of the squad. Does anybody know whether he played?
From what we are saying, Yakub started the game. We are trying to see if he will
if Riverson played.
Yes, if he played.
All right, no problem. All right, so Riverson played in a friendly with Morocco. We lost that game by 4-1. So
his current numbers are not even impressive for him to get into the squad for that.
But Calvin, if you read the FA's website, they say that he's been brought in for quote further assessment with a long-term view.
Further assessment it can be done later. Charlie, so why are they not giving other players the fair assessment? David Rodro of Bassa's Academy, Bassa B.
Okay.
Is that not going to be a fair assessment, especially for one of the roles we are struggling to get quality?
Fair point. I think that's
with the goalkeepers. We have Ati, we have Asari, there is Joseph Anan, there is even Abasi, but
Abasi is in there.
Yes,
he made
exactly. But to offer that role to Reverson, yes, we understand he's young, but there are equally crucial positions that we need players in there to go and observe. Okay. In that central defensive midfield role, why are we leaving out Ibrahim Suleimana? What is wrong?
Interesting question. Yeah.
Look at Joseph Pencil's numbers, and we are sending Kamal Dean to go and do what again for the Black Stars? It's not that we hate players or something. It's not that Kamal Dean is a Jordan Ayew has given us numbers. So Jordan has 6 goals, 3 assists this season. So you don't care about it because in the national colours, he gives you something better. Okay. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I will go to the World Cup and we'll it's okay.
Michael Asabredu is on the line. Ray, let me bring in Michael.
You see, Riverson. They want to give him the stats that the likes of Donnarumma, Ike Casillas, De Gea, the stats he enjoyed. Yeah, that's a very tender
stat. But Kelvin's point is that
is he in the main Ajax goal?
In a problem area like left back,
yes.
Why are we not also sampling younger options so that we have them blooded in for the future?
Left back, right?
Yes.
So who comes to mind?
So he mentioned Odro.
Okay,
right.
I think we have lots of problems on the right than on the left.
Is there?
Lots of problems on the right.
We have lots of problems on the right than on the left.
Okay. But on the right, at least now they say we have Senaya and Ali Dusaid.
Let me bring in Michael Asaribwedu. Michael, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Nathan. I'm good. How are you?
We are fine. How was the birthday? Yesterday morning, I saw that you were drinking something golden to start the birthday off. How did the rest of the day unfold?
Atifaso.
Hey.
Atifaso.
I mean, because the birthday or say Atifaso. Or say Abigail say, baby. Abigail, what did she do? Abigail, you are being accused though. Michael, your thoughts on the squad named by Carlos Queiroz for the training camp? 28 players have been named for that camp. Ultimately, it will come down to 26 for the World Cup in the US, Canada, and Mexico.
Yep, and a bit of clarification for the person who asked about Reverson. Yes, he played for the U20 team. We had fixed 2 games to be played with the Moroccan U20 side. Desmond Ofei was still the coach. I think it's a player that Ofei has tracked for some time now, and he's been very consistent in Desmond Ofei's call-up. So we played 2 games with Morocco, all in the month of May. The first game was 1-0. Morocco beat us 1-0. And it was the same game that Paul Reverson was in the goalpost. He played alongside, there was one player, Rio Grant. He is a defender. And then there was Maxwell Ajakofe. He was also part of the team. So he played in the first game, but he did not play in the second game.
Okay.
So that is the development around him. And he's part of Desmond Ofei's U23 squad. He was part of the players that they called up. So yes, he's been on the radar of the FA. They've been monitoring him, and it looks like Desmond Ofei is very fond of him. I would not be surprised if he's the one who suggested him to the technical team for further assessment, just to look at his technical profile as to whether it suits the requirements of a technical team in terms of what they want. Why they called 5 goalkeepers is because they are not so convinced about what the goalkeepers we've been calling up, the 3, Joseph Anan, Atizigi, and then Benjamin Asare. They've not been so convinced on what they have displayed so far. And maybe they want to throw in different players to also assess them and see what they can also bring to the party. So in terms of assessment, I can say for
This
a
is
certain level of
Sports
certainty
FM,
that
the voice of
we
sports.
don't have a current number 1 yet. There is no goalkeeper now we can confidently say is Ghana's number 1. So any goalkeeper who goes into the training camp and impresses and is able to satisfy the technical questions that the coaches will be asking of them, I think will be putting in a solid case for himself in terms of consideration for the World Cup and also starting as Ghana's number 1. So it's an open floor. Paul Reverson maybe assessment is young. They want to consider him. But he will still not be ruled out of making the list in terms of players who go to the World Cup. The same applies to Solomon Agbesi. So it can happen that Joseph Anan has been part of the Black Stars team for some time now, but he might not make the squad list in terms of the official list for the World Cup. The same applies to Benjamin Asare and then Lawrence Atizigi. There will likely be a casualty in the goalkeeping department. So it is expected. Again, it is absolutely sad and shocking for Derek Atakon because arrangement had been made for him to travel to Wales. He was very sure he was part of the team. He had gone through the various preparations. He had packed his bags until a last-minute call went to him to say that no, he should hold on, and that they would have to hold on with his moving to the camp to join them and everything. Coincidentally, a conversation between the coach and Baba Rahman took place. Then it convinced Baba Rahman to join the Black Star squad. So I don't know how much of a role that plays in here, because I can say with no shade of doubt that Atakon was supposed to be part of the camp in Wales. He was supposed to be part. Travel arrangements were made for him. So I don't know whether Baba Rahman's decision to return to the side maybe forced authorities or those in charge of a team to change their minds and then maybe hold on to Atakon. But it's absolutely sad on his part. And I don't know. I'm not close to his camp. I don't know what they will be thinking very now, but I feel that they will feel very frustrated. They will be very disappointed in this development. Let's see what happens. But that is the explanation I can give. And maybe Baba Rahman was suggested to the coach to assess, and he's also a player that the FA has been talking to for some time now, even including Otoado, trying to convince him to return. And his decision not to return hinged on the fact that he felt he was poorly treated by Ghanaians, especially he was being scapegoated whenever results did not go well. Many felt that he was the one that a lot of fans lashed at because of his relationship with the GFA president and all that. So he felt staying away from the team was for his own peace of mind and also that of his family. So when the calls went to him, the coach spoke to him, tried to convince him. He also went to engage with his family, and with their blessing and with their approval, he decided to return to the team. So let's see what happens regarding that. But I am very, very frustrated for Derek Atakon. He poured his heart out. He did everything to prove that he was really ready to play for Ghana. I remember the interview he had at Sporty, where he spoke at length about his admiration for being a Black Stars player, his eagerness to play at the World Cup for the national side, and then probably facing Germany and all that. So it is very, very sad that he won't be making it. And then I don't know the whole brouhaha around Joseph Pencil. When was the last time he even featured for the Black Stars? That is a question we should ask ourselves. Yes, he's been playing for his club side. He's been doing what he's supposed to do. His numbers are very good in terms of the club side. He's played 14 games so far. He has 6 goal involvements, which is 4 goals scored directly and 2 goals assisted. If you combine the MLS and then the CONCACAF Champions Cup, he's accumulated 1,041 minutes. So it means if you are doing a goal per game ratio, his numbers is good enough to get him there. But the question is, his national team appearances have been dropping since, whether he's injured or he's not even called up. So if you are someone who keenly monitors developments around the Black Stars, Joseph Pencil last featured for us in October 2025. And that was in the game against Comoros. He came to play 14 minutes. In fact, in our last 4 World Cup qualification matches, he missed out on the squad once, and then he was part of the 18-man squad 3 times. On all those occasions, he played not more than 20 minutes. 10 minutes against Mali, 14 minutes against Central African Republic, and 14 minutes against Comoros. Since then, he has not been part of the Black Star squad. So it is clear from November 2025 to 2026, Joseph Pencil has not been part of the team. So I don't understand why all of a sudden, why did we not call Joseph Pencil? Why is he not part of the squad? He has never been under consideration since he last featured for Ghana against Comoros in October 2025 under Otuado. So he is not part of the players that were being considered. And in fact, if they are drawing up a large pool of players, the consideration will be right from the friendly games against Japan and South Korea until Austria, Germany, and then the last game against Mexico. That will be the scope. It's unfortunate, but I don't think Joseph Pencil in the Black Stars team is not a player that we can drop. He's not untouchable. He was one of the players vying for a position, vying for a spot. And if you consider him and Bonsuban, for instance, clearly you want to give it to Bonsuban for the season he's had with El Qadisiyah in the Saudi Pro League, and then the consistency in terms of Bonsuban's appearances in camp, not starting or playing for Ghana.
Okay, so your point is that Pencil has been out of the frame since November last year. But Michael, can't an argument be made in terms of like skill set and what he gives the team, right? Because when I look at our options in the wide areas, and I'm mentioning them in the order in which I see on the list: Abdul Fattah Issahaku, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Christopher Bonsuban, Ernest Nuama. Let me leave it there. Or should I add Iñaki? No, Iñaki, I'll add him as, let's say, part of the number 9. But between Issahaku, Kamaldeen, Bonsuban, and let's say Ernest Nuama, even these 4, right, Michael, if you are splitting them down 2 sides, let's say 2 on the left and 2 on the right, don't you think that having a Joseph Pencil as a player to give us balance, right, to play down the right-hand side, down his natural side, would have been a good option to have? Because the options I see here, Abdul Fattah Issahaku will play from the right, cutting onto his left. Christopher Bonsuban looks like he will play down that same side or down the other side. Don't you think that having Joseph Pencil would have brought some balance and some natural order down the right-hand side?
It is interesting. Our team is dominated by wing attackers. If you carefully study, even Iñaki, Semenyo, they have all been used as wing attackers in the Black Stars.
Yeah.
And one particular area we are well stocked is that position. Now, when the coach took over, it is likely he'll be
This is Sporty FM,
from the
voice of
technical
force.
team. And it would assess players. It would also look at players who haven't been given that much opportunity to justify themselves. I think Ernest Nuama, for instance, he's been a bright spot until his injury. So it is an opportunity to assess him from close, to look at what actually happens involving his physical readiness and fitness for the FIFA World Cup. Kamaldeen Sulemana has been a consistent part of the team in terms of the squad. So in terms of looking at players who have that kind of familiarity with the team environment, he's there. Now, Abdul Fattah Ishaku and Joseph Pencil looks like they have been rotating sport. Whenever Ishaku has been there, Joseph Pencil likely hasn't been part of the squad. So when Ishaku was out injured, then Joseph Pencil was getting consistent call-ups. When Ishaku recovered and then started featuring, the minutes and then the opportunities for Joseph Pencil dwindled. So if I'm looking at the right side options, I think the players available are of a similar make like Joseph Pencil. So I don't know, but this would have to come to the discretion of a technical.
And which players are those? Which players do you think are
Fattah Ishaku, Kamaldeen Sulemana, who is right-footed, Christopher Bonsuban, left-footed.
But typically we deploy Kamaldeen down the left.
Kamaldeen plays on the right and the left as well, but mostly on the right. Then Abdul Fattah Ishaku as a right winger, who is a left-footed, who inverts. The same profile as Christopher Bonsuban, so it satisfies that. And as Niama was used as a right winger, but there was a time where they varied his role and it was given a more central attacking
I remember.
option position. Exactly. Then it will come to Iñaki Williams as a right wing option. So in terms of a right wing options, we have 2 right-footed players and then 2 left-footed players. Although their versatility means that they can also do a job at the left wing. But the left wing surely will go to Antoine Semenyo, and then any other player will be added to it. Then for the central forward position, it will be Jordan Ayew, Thomas Brandon Asante, and Prince Edukwabena. So it's unfortunate. If you look at the roles and the roles that the players will fill, and then looking at their profiles as well, they sacrifice Joseph Pencil because I don't think, in my opinion, this is just my suggestion, he hasn't been consistent in terms of the Black Stars team right from November 2025. And if they are looking at recency and familiarity with the environment, he will be the one they will sacrifice here. Like I said, Ernest Niama is like a maverick, and he's seen as a direct replacement for Kudus if he's not available. Like I suggested, in the plans of the FA, he has been tried as a central attacking midfielder before. So why not give him an option? And again, if he's not playing as a number 10, then Jordan Ayew would have to fill that role as a second striker or a CM. So it looks like there are options that they want to look at. If you look at the list carefully, the issue of Caleb Irenchi playing as a right back, I think, has been put to bed. He has been named amongst the midfielders. And exactly. So they are trying to profile players rightly and look at the way forward. One boy who plays for Neustadt, Prince Amoako, who was added to the squad against Mexico. The squad that played against Mexico. He was also being considered for such a role. But I don't know what will happen. But again, if Niama fails to prove himself that he's physically ready, trust me, the window is still open for players who were part of the squad list for the Mexico game.
This is Sporty FM, the voice of sport.
There's a provisional list, and changes can be made before the final announcement is done, and then before the FIFA deadline. So that is my understanding of the list that we have presented.
All right. Let me bring Kelvin also one side. Kelvin, you also had issues. So Michael seems to think that Joseph Pencil not being in the frame, that's fine. He thinks he's okay with it, and he's explained his point. You have an opposing view. You think Pencil should have made the squad.
Yeah, I think he should have. I think he should have. Sincerely, because if it's about familiarity, then Jean-Philippe Mateta will never be called to the French national team. When going to the World Cup, are we taking our best available players?
Well, in principle, that's what we are supposed to do.
Exactly. And players who merit and are on form, right? Yes, we know that certain coaches, make call-ups, or certain technical teams make call-ups based on other variations, just like Michael is mentioning. But for the players we are talking about, some of them, sincerely, on the outside forward, Semenyo and Iñaki obviously are going to pick up those slots. Now we would have to deal with the central attacking position where.
So you say Semenyo and Iñaki as what? The nines.
They are they are going to play from the wide. Because centrally there is Brandon Asante, there is Kwabnedu, and then obviously Jordan Ayew.
So you think
unless we Carlos Queiroz is going to use Jordan in a CAM role, as in playing behind the main striker, or be the link man between the striker and then the midfield.
So what's about let's go back a few steps. You say Iñaki
and then Semenyo would obviously be on the wide areas.
Deployed in the wide
exactly
areas.
Yes, because they are outside forwards. Obviously Semenyo would be deployed as an outside forward, and then you'd have a main man up front, whether it's Jordan Ayew or Kwabnedu or Thomas Brandon Asante, or they play maybe Brandon Asante and then, or maybe Kwabnedu or whoever, and then Jordan plays in that central attack, because there is no Kudus, which means that our link man, we must have one link man for the double pivot we are going to play. I don't know how we want to play, but if tentatively, if you are looking at our team,
it looks like we'll
and
play
in the
two
last
men
exactly 2 men in that midfield. Now I'm thinking, if I am on the wide area and I look at two players, Nyama obviously, if he's fit enough, he does better than all of them for me. Fatawu Issahaku, he's given lots, especially for his grit, for the aggression, for his energy, for his defensive awareness to support our right back, because sincerely, those two right backs that we've enlisted, I don't trust any of them. Ali Duseidu and Marvin Senaya. It's the Senaya boy we called and we never gave him an opportunity to play. Now Ali Duseidu, come on, let's be sincere. The fact that this Otto does not take away the capabilities or the liabilities of the players we have with regards to their ability. Yeah. Now you go to the other side, and Bonsuba obviously will topple Kamaldeen,
which is down the left.
If yes.
For you, Bonsuba is a starting option,
whether it's on the left or on the right.
Bonsuba is left-footed.
Yes.
So which means he plays down his natural side.
Yes. Okay. So either the natural side on. So now you get to that left-footed. Most of the wingers are left-footed.
So it's Fatawu Issahaku.
Nyama is a left-footer.
And then
Bonsuba is a left-footer.
Kamaldeen is right-footed. But we usually deploy Kamaldeen down the left.
Yes, down the left. Because he will cut in, just like the left footers were cutting in it. Now, between Kamaldeen and Joseph Painsil, with their contribution to the Black Stars and their performance when they are used,
the voice of sports.
Eye test and everything tells us that Joseph Painsil offers us better.
Okay,
let's not kid ourselves. He plays better. He's a better decision maker than Kamaldeen Sulemana.
Okay, so how come he's not been in the squad since November 2025?
How come? We all know the reasons. He's excused himself one or two times. The coach has omitted him one or two times, telling us that football is not about goals and assists.
This was at the last.
Exactly, and the last time, Otuado made us aware that I think it was a family issue. Let's not forget. The coach explained that there was a family issue because Joseph was being considered, unless they are behind the scenes stories that he didn't want to reveal. But if you are going by the word of Otuado, in the last time Joseph Painsil was omitted from the squad, it was because they said it was a family issue, which he had to do what? Attend to. Now, sincerely, I don't see how you have such a player and then we ignore him and want to put a player whom we call he doesn't give us anything to the Black Stars. Is that how we want to make the national team feel? Between Kamavinga and Manu Kone and the rest, who should have gone? Between Kamavinga and then there's this guy. The France midfield. There was one player who made it.
The midfielders.
Yes, there was.
Who did France call? Rabiot, Kante, Manu Kone.
There was one. There was one who made it. Between if we are giving any props to anyone, familiarity, like Michael wants to give us. Familiarity with the squad. Why should Kamavinga opt out and then our newbies be in? Yes, why should
Kamavinga was? I think wasn't. He didn't opt out. They didn't choose him.
Why didn't they choose him?
Well,
look at England's squad and the players who had been there. Miles Lewis Kelly and then this guy. This is just Spence. Who was familiar and who seemed to have been okay playing for the national team. But why are we making this case? I think the best available players, quality, should be representing for you when you are going to the World Cup.
Okay.
It's not about
best
familiar
available quality.
Yes.
So France's midfielders, Kante, Kone, Rabiot, Tchouaméni, and Zaire Emery.
Very good. Between Zaire Emery from all his injuries and all that, and Camavinga, who was regular in the team. Wasn't it Eduardo Camavinga?
Yes. In terms of regularity.
Wasn't it that? So, and I think that's a big problem. That's a big problem we must look at. So for me, if we should just make that, I don't know
So you think that Painter should have made it as an option down the right?
Yes. Look at our midfield, Ibrahim Sulemana. Why is he not going?
Yeah.
This is the reason why, press conference must be held. Let us know why you are picking these players and these players are out.
So in terms of the central / defensive midfield area, these are options: Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Kwesi Sebo, Augustine Boache.
Augustine is even a CAM.
Okay, so
Augustine is a
we're talking
CAM.
about pure 6s and 8s, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
we have 3.
Okay, pure 6s.
3.
Defend either destroyers or deep lies or progressors. Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Kwesi Sebo, and Caleb Irenchi. So these are 4.
Why is Elisha is also going because of familiarity and consistency with their color? What happened? Yebekwaba.
This is Sports
And I am come back.
Say Yebekwaba.
Okay, and I say Thomas Tuchel the NB. Morgan gives White away. None Madueke to the World Cup.
Okay. Thomas Tuchel says that there are 5 number 10s. He can't add any more.
The way he wants to disrespect my player.
Which player?
Which player is this?
My player.
Which player?
Zaire Emery. He should be warned.
No, I haven't disrespected him. I haven't. I am only saying
he should be warned.
I am only saying the
Was
coach.
Saturday?
I am only saying the coach has picked the best now. That is what I'm saying. He's picked the best now.
Yeah.
And Zaire Emery is better than Camavinga at the moment.
Okay, better.
That is why he's going to the World Cup.
I would have unleashed him on you.
The coach doesn't care about whether he's been calling Camavinga and he's been using Camavinga the national team. No. Michael wants to say something. I don't know what he wants.
But this Saturday you hear from him.
Michael, you wanted to say something, and then we'll break a bit, and then we'll talk about
If you look at the last call-ups by Didier Deschamps in the
France team,
you see, again, Zaire Emery has been part of it.
Zaire Emery's been in and around the team for a bit now.
Exactly. So in terms of familiarity, he's been part from November 2025 to date. So he's familiar with him. And at the same time, Camavinga has been missing national team call-ups. I hope you get the dynamics.
I get what you're saying.
Mateta, when available, especially after recovering from injury,
he's been part.
Exactly. So it's about the familiarity bit.
Yeah, but Michael,
out of the national team for close to 1 year, and you still form part of the basis for assessing players. In the consideration, it is only when you do something extraordinary that you can be brought back into the setup.
Okay, so at the moment you don't think that. So at the moment you don't think that on the 2 matrices that you've or the 2 matrices that you've mentioned, doing something extraordinary and being part of the set, you don't think Joseph Pencil meets the 2?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's not done anything out of the ordinary.
And then he's been too far away.
Exactly from the team. It's simple. I want to understand the coaches. They have limited time to work.
Fair point.
And so when they are referencing the material available in terms of players, they will be looking at players we've basically called up in the last 5 options or windows. So from November 2025 coming, they will be assessing the squads. They won't expand it to 2 years before. That is the unfortunate thing. If Carlos Queiroz had stayed with the team for like 2 years or even 1 year, I think that he would have widened the net and considered a lot of players.
Okay.
The issue with Baba Rahman was that if I am a coach and I take charge of the national side, I want to study the reports available. So if it is captured in the reports that I have been chasing this player, he has this quality, so and so, and the only thing that has stopped him from playing is he has issues, concerns, I will want to tackle that issue. So how about I engage the player? Like I confirmed to you, I can confirm that there has been a conversation between the coach and then Baba Rahman, just to understand the situation better. Okay, fine. If you can play now, come prove yourself. And it's not like the squad that we are using for the camp, the provisional list has been made available. It's not like it can't be changed. If a player goes in here and then gets injured, then he's out. A new player will be called in. So, yes, I think there is a standby list.
This is 40 FM, the voice of sport.
If Baba Rahman goes in there, gets injured, trust me, Atakon will be on the plane to join the Black Stars camp. So I think these coaches are working within a certain limited time frame, and they want to do their best. And mostly their decisions will be taken based on their discretion. So a lot of people will have opinions around it. There are some decisions I don't agree. For instance, left to me alone, I will not call Kamaruddin Sulemana. Left to me alone, I will call Kamaruddin Mamadou as a right back option. Mm-hmm. But the window is wide. The last time he was called up was during the Unity Cup last year. So clearly, these are the dynamics. You might not agree with all of the decisions, but it is the coach who has to decide eventually. And maybe we understand and then look at what eventually happens during the campaign and then also during the match against Wales. After that, by June 2nd, we would have a final squad. Then we can better understand situations, because it is even likely that a goalkeeper who played a part of the squad during the World Cup qualification might not even make it to the World Cup after all. There is a high probability that will happen.
Michael, I want us the magnitude of the search for 2 years national team call-up.
How much national team football is
isn't great, though. Isn't too much. It is not too much work. We had a conversation with Faisal Chipsa here when Carlos Queiroz was appointed. And I think Nathan asked a question.
How far back? He said, a 2-year window.
2-year window
is a good time.
And I don't think that is too much.
Again, 2-year window in terms of consistency. This is a coach that just came barely 3 months to the start of a tournament.
Michael, that is no excuse. He accepted the job. No, he accepted the job because
we are dealing with hundreds of players within a short.
It's his job. That is why he's taking that match.
A coach will always want to whittle down such a list to make sure that the number is small enough for better assessment.
And in
that
small number, we should be seeing some justification for players who merit and are in form.
Oh, but every player that has been called up merits.
And in form?
Because Joseph Penso was not called, does not mean Kamaruddin Sulemana does not merit it. I disagree with that.
How does he merit that call-up? How does he merit it?
He's a Ghanaian, first and foremost, too. He's been a consistent member of the last call-ups. He's playing actively for his side.
So okay, fine.
Numbers to prove as well.
Why is Razak Simpson off then?
When was the last time Razak Simpson played a part of the Black Star squad?
I think it was just the last call up for the friendlies.
So this friendly and before
the friendlies. It's just the friendlies. Right? The friendlies in Asia and then this.
And then the friendlies in Asia.
So 2, Michael. 2.
No.
Michael, 2. It's not too far.
How many?
2 call-ups. 2 call-ups.
2 call-ups.
Yes.
And Kamaruddin Suleiman has been consistent of the defenders who were called. How many of them has Razak Simpson been more familiar and consistent in the national team than? That is you look at the positions.
Okay.
The defenders that we have Gideon Mensah, Ali Diseidu, Abdul Mumin, Teromo Poku. Okay, central defenders, right? So look at the central defenders options.
Interesting points. Anyway, look, that's why I like the debate. We are all going back and forth. In the end, 2 players will be dropped. 2 players will be dropped for the World Cup squad. Kelvin.
Goalkeepers.
2 goalkeepers.
It is even likely an outfield player might even be called up.
It's likely an outfield player might be called up.
Yeah, because the assessment will also be on fitness, physical readiness.
Yes, that's true.
Exactly. So any outfield player who was not called, the door is not shut entirely.
Okay. All right. Anything. It is true. It is true. I mean, if a player picks up an injury,
it's a groundswork.
Anyway, this is still the sporty breakfast. Ray, I don't know. What do you want? I need to do my LPN.
Yeah, Nathan, take it.
What is it?
On the injuries matter, all the 28 players in camp now.
What I can say, they need to be spiritually fortified.
Physically, they are good. Okay? But spiritually, a lot of them are weak.
What is it again?
Nathan, 2 players out of the 28 will be dropped. True of us. Nathan, 2 players out of the 28 will be dropped. Those 2 we don't know. But players who have not been considered for the drop should not force themselves to be dropped because spiritually they are weak.
I don't. What are you even saying?
You see. Oh no! When I'm saying these things, you don't believe me.
I'm not saying I don't believe. I know you are.
But certain things will force certain players out of the 28.
Okay, the point is that
unless they pay attention to their spiritual life.
Ray, you've said it, and it is true that players need to pay attention to their spiritual lives. It is true. They will pay attention. In the end, 26 will go. 26 will go to the World Cup. I don't understand. Anyway, Ray, this weekend we are the Champions League final is on, listeners. So we are going to Ebri Jankama behind the Total Filling Station before Ebri goes. We are going to Arrows Lounge. So if you're in Ebri Jankama, join us to watch the Champions League. It doesn't matter if you support Arsenal, PSG, you are in the middle, you don't even care. Join us because there'll be delicious food, refreshing drinks, live music, hype MCs, and exciting fan moments throughout the night. Bring your friends, wear your jerseys, wave your flags, come and celebrate football like never before in the cool atmosphere of Ebri. One game, one mountain, one unforgettable night. Don't miss the biggest football party around, only at Arrows Lounge with Sporty FM. All right, your comments are welcome. 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. Let me go through the list once again of the players who are going to the training camp. Goalkeepers: Benjamin Asare, Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Annan, Solomon Agbasi, Paul Reverson. Defenders: Baba Abdul Rahman, Gideon Mensah, Marvin Senaya, Ali Duseidu, Abdul Mumin, Jerome Opoku, Jonas Ajete, Kojo Opompepra, and Alex Jiku. We move on to the midfielders: Elisha Owusu, Thomas Partey, Kwesi Sebo, Augustine Boache, and Caleb Irechi. The wide men / attackers: Abdul Fattah Sahaku, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Christopher Bonsuban, Ernest Nyama, Antoine Semenyo, Brandon Thomas Asante, Prince Kwabna Edu, Iñaki Williams, and Capito Jordan Ayew. So these are the 28 players who have been called. 2 players from this squad will miss the World Cup because the list will be pruned down to 26. Some messages have come in. This one says, we are not ready for certain conversations around some of the players. Here's why. Jordan Ayew, slowing the attack, predictable. Younger wingers offer more pace and energy. Kwesi Sebo, decent but not dominant enough for top-level midfield battles. Thomas Partey, quality is clear, but injuries and off-field issues make him unreliable long-term. Baba Rahman, injury-prone, defensively suspect, feels like a step backwards instead of building new options. And Kamaldeen Sulemana, inconsistent end product, poor decision-making despite his pace. All right, and the message concludes by saying the GFA has failed and it needs to look at itself. So those are the thoughts of some people joining us via WhatsApp. You can also send us a WhatsApp message: 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. Talking about the World Cup squad, Michael Asarbedu is still here Spain named their squad yesterday, and there was no Real Madrid player. There was no Real Madrid player in the squad. The goalkeepers that De La Fuente called, Unai Simon, Athletic Bilbao, David Raya, Arsenal, Juan Garcia, Barcelona. Defenders, Marcos Llorente, Atletico Madrid, Marc Pubol, Atletico Madrid, Pedro Porro, Tottenham Hotspur, Emerick Laporte, Athletic Bilbao, Eric Garcia, Barcelona, Pau Kubasi, Barcelona, Marc Cucurella, Chelsea, Alejandro Grimaldo of Bayer Leverkusen. Midfielders, Rodri, Manchester City, Martin Zubimendi, Arsenal, Mikel Merino, Arsenal, Pedri, Barcelona, Gavi, Barcelona, Fabian Ruiz, Paris Saint-Germain, and Alex Baena of Atletico Madrid. And the forwards, Yeremy Pino of Crystal Palace, Victor Munoz, Osasuna, Mikel Oyarzabal of Real Sociedad, Ferran Torres of FC Barcelona, Lamine Yamal of Barcelona, Dani Olmo of Barcelona, Nico Williams of Athletic Bilbao, and Borja Iglesias of Celta de Vigo. Michael, thoughts on this? Wow, no Real Madrid player makes the squad that Spain is taking to the World Cup.
Yes, and I think it's the first time this is happening since 1934 that Madrid will not contribute a player to the national size World Cup campaign. It's very strange, it's very weird. And 12 months ago, things would have been different, especially for a player like Dean Huyson. After making that switch from Bournemouth to Real Madrid at the early stages, I think he was even benching Pau Kubasi. He was playing consistently, and I witnessed the banter that developed out of him playing and then Kubasi being on the bench between the Barca and the Real Madrid fans. But 12 months from then, if we assess carefully, Madrid's season has not really been solid, and then the form of Dean Huyson has also suffered. He's moved from a sure starter and a consistent player for Real Madrid to an option. So when all the central defenders are available, there is Militao, there is Rudiger and the likes, he actually fell down the pecking order. His form suffered, and that cost him. And so when the Spanish national team coach, De La Fuente, is considering options, for instance, it will be about one, how consistent these players have been and how familiar they are with his methods. And definitely Dean Huyson was going to suffer if you're looking at the form, because the consideration was on three players: Pau Kubasi of Barcelona, Marc Pubol, formerly of Barca and now with Atletico Madrid.
This is Sporty FM, the voice of sports.
I think what Pubol offers the Spanish team is his versatility and the options he provides as a right back as well. Pau Kubasi as well can also play as a left centre back and a right centre back. So it limits Dean Huyson in terms of the profile and also in terms of his form. And I want to believe that's the reason he wasn't selected. Again, you look at players like Dani Carvajal, Fran Garcia. These are players who have suffered in terms of their form at club level. Carvajal was fairly fit, and he was not mostly available for the club. Even when he was fit, he wasn't starting games regularly. And I don't think he would have made the squad of a Spanish national team, because he was not even under consideration for the 55-man provisional squad that they had. Again, for Fran Garcia, he was part of the Spanish team. He made appearances somewhere in 2023. He played for them. He won 2 cups for the Spanish side. Raul Asensio was also part of the UEFA Nations League matches they played in March 2025. He did not play though, but he's falling out of the picture. I think one kid Madrid should have helped, and he would have been considered, is Gonzalo Garcia. Garcia had a spectacular Club World Cup campaign. And then with the Spanish U21 side, he had prolific numbers. He scored 6 goals in 7 appearances. Unfortunately, he was sparingly used by the Real Madrid setup, mostly on the bench. And I think if he had been given consistent minutes, whether as a sub player, and then it would have helped his numbers, because with the season coming to its end, with a few games he played, he did well. His goal contributions were solid as well. So I think, yes, Madrid did not help themselves, judging by the overall form. And then also in terms of players who were eligible to feature for Spain, they did not get enough minutes under the various coaches that played, that handled Madrid last season. And that is how come we are not seeing a player from Real Madrid. It is shocking in terms of history, but in reality, if you sit down to analyze, I don't think it is that shocking that a Madrid player misses out on the Spanish national team squad for the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, initially when when I heard no Real Madrid player made the squad, and then I saw the squad list, I wasn't surprised at all. It's been a really tough time for Real Madrid as a club, and I didn't think that the Spanish players in that team had done enough on an individual level to get through in terms of to get called up for the World Cup. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Dean Heisen will be quite disappointed, but I think Real Madrid as a club will also, this is like a bit of a wake-up sign, right? For them to understand that, you see, when clubs go through turmoil and they are doing all these shenanigans, they need to think about what this does for players. Because once your club is all over the place and there are issues, your players will get affected, especially if they are not established players. Look, Kylian Mbappe is France captain. There's no way France calls up a World Cup squad and he won't go. You get it? And individually, he's even passed the test. He's the Pichichi of the La Liga. He's top scorer. So he'll go. All these other guys would have fulfilled their part. Yeah, Michael.
Do you know the sad story? So Victor Munoz was part of the Madrid youth system. He was sold to Osasuna, and that was just last summer, before Xabi Alonso took charge. Victor Munoz was sold to Osasuna. He went to play for Osasuna, did well. At the age of 22, he started getting appearances in the Spanish national team. He actually made his debut for the national team in March.
Yeah.
Victor Munoz is moving to the World Cup, and no first team player is going to the World Cup. That is how shocking. So he moves from the youth team to Osasuna. He performs, he's going to the World Cup. And those who were in the first team did not really impress that much.
This is 40 FM,
I don't
the
think
voice
it's
of
just about
sports.
Spanish players. There was a pathway for Mastantuono to enter into the Argentine team. In fact, he was offered call-ups and all that. But unfortunately, his form suffered. Madrid also did not help. And he will miss out on the World Cup as well. So these are the dynamics around Madrid and how their season went and how it affected individual players in their squad. It is painful, but it is understandable that none of them is making it to their senior national teams, apart from a few selected ones who are, like you said, they are main guys in their national setup.
Yeah. Interesting squad that De La Fuente has picked for the World Cup. It will be interesting to see that, when the squad came, I saw lots of uproar on Mikel Merino's call-up. And people are saying that, why is it? Listen, listeners, need to understand, national team football is very, very, very different. Coaches don't like to bring in all kinds of players they are not sure of. It is why most of the time, national team coaches go with familiarity. I know this guy. I've worked with this guy. He played the qualifiers for me. I'm taking them to the World Cup. We don't want any disruptions. Thomas Tuchel said the same thing. He says, look, the people I've chosen are people I worked with, for a while. I'm very familiar with their game. I like the dynamic. I don't want any strangers in my team and all of that. And he's made his decision. It is why you pay coaches top dollar to make these decisions. And it is why in those countries, when they get it wrong, they also get criticized heavily because you get paid all the money to make the biggest calls. And this is a big call, either on Tuchel's side or on De La Fuente's side, right? Not taking a Real Madrid player. It's a big call. If you understand, the politics of it, what it means. Because Michael is saying that since 1934, meaning that since the second edition of the World Cup, or the last time this happened was the second edition of the World Cup. Between 1938 and 2022, or from 1938 to 2022, Real Madrid players have always featured in the Spanish national team. So that is huge. That is extremely huge. I don't know what will be said in the Spanish press. I'll keep an eye on what will be said. But I think that the players who have made the Spanish national team, fair game to everybody. It's only sad that Fermin Lopez will not go to the World Cup because of injury. I think that he's a player who would have earned a place in the squad. But because of injury, there's nothing anybody can do. Somebody has to take his place in the World Cup. So more World Cup squads will be named in coming days, right? Some squads have already put together their 26. Others will put together their squads and all. Talk about Spain, for listeners, they take on Cape Verde on the 15th of June. Saudi Arabia on the 21st of June, and then Uruguay on the 26th of June in Group H of the World Cup. So that's the latest from the Spanish national team camp. And talk about the World Cup, let me just drop this final story there. Mexico are saying that they will host Iran instead of the US. So Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has agreed to allow Iran to be based in the country during the World Cup, claiming the US was unwilling to host the Iranians. Okay, Sheinbaum said her government had been approached by FIFA after the US made it clear they didn't want Iran's squad to stay in the country during the tournament. Now, she said, quote, "We have no reason to deny them the possibility of staying in Mexico. The United States,
40 FM, the voice of sports.
The United States does not want the Iranian team to stay overnight, but they are going to play 3 matches there. So they asked us, can they stay overnight in Mexico? And we said, yes, no problem. We have no problem," end quote. Now, on Monday, FIFA confirmed Iran's training base will be at the Centro, how do they even say it? Holochintli, I think the name is Holochintli, in Tijuana, in Mexico. So that is that. Ray, there was a story I was trying to find, and I said I'd go through that story of FIFA confirming the training base for every team. I don't know if I can find that story. Let me see if I can find that story, and I'll share that with listeners before we leave. Okay, let me see if I can find that story. All right, so the story is on FIFA's website. I'm just sharing bits of info for our listeners so people are up to speed in terms of the World Cup. So, okay, so if you go through the various training camps, so for Algeria, they are based at the University of Kansas. Argentina has trained, or they will be based at the Sporting Kansas City Training Center. Australia will be based, they are in the San Francisco area. They will be based at the Oakland Roots Seoul Training Facility. Austria will be based in Santa Barbara at the UC Santa Barbara Harder Stadium. Belgium, they are in Renton. They will play, or they will train at the Seattle Sounders FC Performance Center and Clubhouse. Team Ghana, where are we based? We are based at Bryant University in Boston. Ray, so Ghana's city is Boston, and our training camp is at the Bryant University. Yeah, so that's where we are, at the Bryant University. Ray, is there any country whose training base you want to know?
Oh, France.
France, they are also in Boston. They are the Bentley University.
Oh, Bentley. Okay. That's right.
They are the Bentley University.
I hear England want to.
They are going to Kansas City.
Right?
Yes, they are going
to build their own.
Yeah, looks like, but they are at the Swope Soccer Village.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Swope Soccer Village.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Spain is based at the Baylor School. Germany is based at the very famous Wake Forest University. Okay, and there are some other countries there as well. So those are the training camps, very interesting training camps for all the countries taking part in the World Cup. Now, FIFA says there will be 25 communities beyond the 16 host nations that will host the national teams. Mm-hmm. So they are New Tecumseth in Canada, Cancun, Pachuca, Tijuana in Mexico, Alexandria, Austin, Boca Raton, Charlotte, Chattanooga, Columbus, Goleta, Greensboro, Irving, Mesa, Nashville, Palm Beach Gardens, Portland, Renton, San Diego, Sandy, Santa Barbara, Spokane, Tampa, and Winston-Salem, all in the United States. So those are the 25 communities. All right, that's our sporty breakfast for the morning. Michael, I don't know if you have any concluding thoughts.
Oh, medasi bebe.
Okay. Thank you.
This is Sporty FM, the voice of sport. Sporty FM.
It's 10 minutes. It's a minute after 10. Yeah, this still sorry, I'm a little distracted. Anyway, that's our sporty breakfast for the morning. That's our sporty breakfast for the morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I did this with Raymond Yamado. I did this with Michael Asaribuero. I did this with Kelvin Owusu-Ansah. Many shouts to my production team, Immortal, Nanekia, Angela, and Abigail. Many shouts to you, our callers. So many messages. We'll stash all of them. Tomorrow we'll go through more. As the World Cup is getting closer and closer and closer, there will be more World Cup chit-chat. But don't forget that this Saturday, the Champions League final is happening, and we are going to Ebri Jankama. We are going to Arrows Lounge on the beautiful Ebri Hills. It's at Ebri Jankama behind the Total Filling Station before Ebri Girls. So come in and enjoy some great food, great vibe, great atmosphere. Whether you support Arsenal, PSG, you are in between, yeah. Bring your friends, wave your flags, wear your jerseys, and come and celebrate football like at no other time. Don't miss the biggest football party around, only at Arrows Lounge with Sporty FM. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is